Hello, everybody. It's Mike Racine. I will be at the Independent Comedy Club this weekend in Detroit, Michigan, Friday and Saturday night. If you want to get tickets, you know what to do. Google the club, Independent Comedy Club, Detroit, Michigan. And then also the following Wednesday, I will be at the Night Shift Brewing Company headlining a show in Everett, Massachusetts. That's near Boston. I believe tickets are on sale if you go to... I got to put a ticket link somewhere. I need a fucking website. Yeah. Everett Night Shift Brewing Company. Also, I'm sorry that this episode is so late. I know we taped this last week, and then I had the baby, and I didn't get a chance. I needed to edit the entire thing because the baby was making noise throughout the show, and I just didn't have a free hour to sit down and edit the show. I was working on another project this week, so I'm very busy. But thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the show. And then I'll go 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8.
9.
Nice. All right, cool.
I forgot what 9 was.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to the sit down. Today we have two very special guests. I want to introduce both of them individually. First, we have a real heavy hitter here today, and we have somebody who I would say is very good at comedy. You know, I saw her perform. I saw her perform a couple weeks ago, and she crushes. You know, and she got a lot of really big pops. And I think that's what comedy should be. You know, it should be big pops. I feel like people don't really.
It ain't like that anymore.
It's not really like that anymore. It's not really. You don't really hear the big pops anymore. It's more about, I don't know, other stuff. And,
it's more about your story.
It's more about the little pops.
Who's gay and who's fucking each other and yada yada yada.
Yeah. So we got Maddy Smith here today.
Thank you, Mike. That was a weird show we did.
Was it?
I mean, it was kind of your show, but
yeah,
the audience was a little weird that night.
Yeah, they were, right?
A little bit, yeah.
You got them though.
But thank you for the intro.
You're welcome. And then we have Stewart Fullerton, who is also
less of a heavy hitter.
No, who is also very very funny. You should check them both out. And I'm really glad you guys could be here last minute because
that was the worst intro.
Mike,
you
that
need
is
to
so
say
rude.
more about her.
Why would,
At least say I'm a slightly heavy hitter.
You
I said you were
literally
funny.
said, and she's very funny too.
I said you were funny.
Okay.
Do you
Thank
want to do it again?
I just feel like you said so much about me, and then
yeah,
for
people are gonna be like,
Stewart-
"Who the fuck is this rando?"
Yeah.
She's she's also very. All right, let's do it. You want to do it again?
No, we're in
just-
it.
we're
in
This
it.
is
We're
comedy.
doing
it's about,
it.
It's about big pops, right, Mike?
We have yeah. But we have two heavy hitters today on the show. We have Maddy Smith and Stewart Fullerton. Thanks for being here from the That Time of the Week podcast, right?
Yes.
Woo.
Yep. Thank you.
yeah.
And thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here. So what's your?
You talk about Maddy, you're like, she's a heavy hitter. The baby's dead silent, and as soon as you
know
bring
what
me
I
up,
did?
the baby just starts screaming.
Screaming.
Well, so I was thinking about how I was going to introduce like what I was going to talk about on the show like all day. Like as soon as I woke up, I was like, what are we going to talk about? Because there's nothing worse than sitting down with somebody and like not having at least a skeleton of the show. So
Yeah.
I was like, maybe that could be like a funny joke where I introduce Maddy and I'm like, oh, she's so funny. And then I'm like, and also Stewart's here. But then I didn't.
Now you're covering
Now
your
it's-
tracks.
now it's-
because that's what we said.
yeah. Well,
Now I'm like, I guess that's not a good. I didn't commit to it. I don't know.
yeah, you definitely bailed mentally, I think.
I would say Little Pops for that one for sure.
Definitely, that was more like a Comedy Central set. So,
That
But
was
you
like
definitely-
a
you, like,
a
gave it your
Comedy
all.
Central set.
yeah.
Anyway, so thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being here last minute. Women in comedy are much easier to like work with. They're a lot more You know, they're a lot more available. They're more professional.
We're responsible.
Yeah.
I actually
responsible.
disagree. In my history of booking a podcast with only women on it, it's been a challenge.
Yeah,
yeah?
it's been a little bit of a challenge because women have gotten a little, like, respect my time,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah,
men
yeah,
are like
yeah.
just so thirsty to do anything because there's so many men just out
I
there that are
guess.
like, just because your dad watched SNL in the 90s doesn't mean you should particularly be doing
Right.
particularly be
Literally.
doing this field.
Yes,
Right,
you
right.
connected with Seinfeld. That doesn't mean you need to be doing this.
You know what's funny is I watched SNL in the 90s. That's a funny reference because that you said.
Oh
And
yeah,
what we're
I
telling
guess
you-
80s I meant for the dads.
What we're telling you is you don't need to be doing comedy.
Yeah.
Well, you're a dad.
Yeah,
You're a
yeah, yeah.
dad, so it's perfect.
I know.
Yeah.
I really don't. And I don't know. Maybe but I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, it's nice. It's nice when you can get somebody last minute. So thanks for being here. And you guys are the host of a show called That Time of the Week.
Yep.
There's a lot of I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing on Instagram with the clips. You know, you're putting a lot of clips up there. The clips are very funny.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And yeah, so what's your why don't we plug the show up top? What's the show like about?
Yeah, so it's called That Time of the Week. It started out as Maddy's podcast.
Yeah.
And we would have like,
Now a period
it was supposed to be-
is once a month, right?
yes,
That's the funny
that's
part.
The joke.
That's
Okay,
the
okay,
funny
okay.
part.
You get
It's
it.
that time of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
month, but we're doing a weekly
See,
that time of the week, bitches only.
See, I knew that.
Yeah. And sometimes people do have periods, more than once a month.
Do
For
they?
example, mine has gotten really bad.
Yeah, or if you have a miscarriage, it feels like a period a
Yeah.
couple times a month.
Uh-huh.
So sorry.
Or if you get
sorry have a
abortions
period.
every week.
Abortions, like sometimes you're at Planned Parenthood Weekly, and cover your son's
I-
eyes, but you got to get rid of that before you go on the road. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
I don't know
Don't
what it
tell
is, but
him.
there really is something funny about the word abortion. It's just kind of a funny word. I mean, I wouldn't say it. I'm trying to be a little less misogynistic in the stuff that I do. I've watched a set of mine. I watched a set of mine recently, and I was like, man, casual misogyny like kind of sucks. I'm trying to, but I was at the comic strip one time, and Keith Robinson was doing crowd work with somebody, and he was like, he asked a girl like, he was like doing crowd work with a girl, and she like wouldn't answer him, and then he was like, how many? Can you stop? He was like,
We're going to abort you. He heard abortion and he's
He heard
freaking the
freaking
fuck
out.
out.
yeah.
He knows he has
He thinks
siblings.
he's not going to get a brother
Yeah, he knows he has siblings that went down
out there
in a big old graveyard.
singing his siren song.
Yeah. But Keith Robinson.
Sorry, Keith
He was
Robinson.
doing crowd work, and then the girl wouldn't answer his questions, and he was like, how many abortions you had, sweetie? And that was funny.
That is funny.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think there's misogyny in that.
No, that's not misogynist. That's very a kind question. I
It's
think.
misogynist to
Right.
hate abortion.
It's misogynist to hate abortion. It's nicer.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, which is about abortions are about to
I know.
go back down. We're
That's
about to
what
not
we
get
should
them
have talked
anymore.
about on the podcast. Is this Roe versus Wade shit going down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
they're getting rid of it in a lot of states, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad. But anyways, that time of the week
Yeah.
is Maddie's. It's technically Maddie Smith's podcast.
Okay.
We kind of came up with the idea because a lot of girls. Well, I don't want to say anything like bad, but
No. We just are really fun and have good
we just wanna-
chemistry and have a lot of banter.
yeah, there's a lot of podcasts where men just banter and are hilarious and just joke, roast. And there's not as many podcasts where women do that.
Is this
so we
is
wanted
this one?
to
Do
just,
people say that my show is funny when you're like out? Like, do you ever hear feedback that it's
On your show?
Yeah. Do people ever say?
Yeah, I didn't
like,
know this podcast existed till you
do
asked
pe-
me to do
do
it.
people
So that's
ever-
the thing. Is
Do people ever say like Mike's podcast is good?
everyone talks about it. Yeah.
people are like, it's so funny when the baby starts screaming in the background.
I know this is gonna be great for the audio. I love the ring light right behind you too. Not even facing.
No, but I do
either
have
of
one.
us,
I do
like-
have one on right here. I think the problem is he fell over, but he's not screaming anymore. So
Oh,
Yeah.
now he's good.
now
Oh,
he's
he's,
He
screaming.
looks like he's struggling a little.
oh my god.
I think he's okay.
Wow, my motherly instinct is not kicking it at all. That's how you know I'm
No.
not 30 yet.
I'm indifferent. I'm 30 and I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him struggling.
But anyways, we get together. It's Maddie's
Uh-huh.
the host, of course, and then I'm.
What the hell is going on? Are we in a wind tunnel?
Let me Why? Can you hear? Is there more noise?
I hear air coming in. Do you?
Mike, you should have just asked me to babysit and Maddie to do the pod with
I
you.
know.
to
What
be
is going on
honest.
here?
Yeah, maybe. My wife and I like take turns watching him, and it's she kind of has a sporadic work schedule, so I'll schedule stuff, and I don't realize it's my turn to. And then 1 second he'll be super quiet. Let me see if I can fix the screen that he's sitting behind. I'll just edit this out. All right, give me 1 second.
No, leave it in. I think it's
leave
good
it in.
content.
This is good for the pod.
This is
wow. This is literally a day in the life.
This is chaos. Mike has to leave this in.
Mike, leave this in.
He won't hear this now, but this is probably the worst podcast I've done in a while.
He's like, I like you guys' clips. I think he just got on here to try to see if we would do clips for him.
I think so too. We'll see what happens.
In front of his screen, and he's watching.
Oh yeah, put him in front of the TV.
He's watching his.
We talk shit
show.
about you. You'll hear it in the edit.
This is like watching Matilda. I mean, Jesus.
Was it? I'm Danny DeVito and Matilda.
And you're Danny DeVito.
You're literally Danny DeVito.
Shut up, Daddy's podcasting.
Hilarious.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna be the next Joe Rogan. If I could,
hilarious.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you want to I wish because sometimes he'll go to sleep, but he's never asleep for that long, and then you want to put him, want to do something that'll keep him occupied, but you don't want to put him in front of the screen. But now he's quiet, so I'm sorry for that. But I'll just edit all this out, or I'll keep if it's.
I think you should leave
if
it
it's
in.
funny.
No, you should leave it in.
If it's funny, we'll keep it in. God damn it.
Oh.
You know what he did? He's
Goo-goo
now he's like
gaga.
laying. He's like laying on top of the iPad, and the other day he was like on the iPad, and he was on top of it, and then I looked over and his head was like hanging off of the couch.
Can you tell like when a kid is a baby, can you tell if they're going to be cool when they're adult? Because I do want to have kids, but only if they're going to turn out to be cool.
I think this
So,
one.
I don't know.
I think this one's gonna be cool. I mean, he's not fussy, and he's not he's pretty chill and he's easygoing. So I think he's gonna be okay. And I do feel like he's gonna be straight. If I had to put money on it, I would guess that he's cisgendered and straight because he acts like a boy, you know.
Okay.
Whereas for me, it could have
man.
gone either way. I think me as a baby, it wouldn't have been.
I kind of feel like someone like you deserves a gay kid because you deserve the struggle. So I actually do think your kid might be gay.
I think you face zero hardship and you need something.
What do you mean
humble
zero
you.
hardship?
Seriously. Mike, literally.
I used to pick up trash.
You sell sauce and you have a cute dog. Yeah, but you got paid for it.
Yeah, but it's not easy to sell sauce. It's not like the sauce just appears out of thin air. You know? You got to buy the
I hear
mason
a lot
jars.
about the sauce.
You got to I'll send you guys a couple.
People talk
jars.
more about your sauce than they do about your podcast. Does that help?
Yeah. Well, that's good, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I hope your show doesn't fall into the trap that mine has, where it's like I don't get zero listeners, and I have a little bit of a Patreon, so I'm kind of stuck with this. You know what I mean?
No, what do you mean?
I'm stuck to
like you're stuck.
Like I can't stop doing it because I make like $700 a month off Patreon, which is like.
Oh, that's
decent.
awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
whoa.
Sorry. I mean, yeah. You guys thought you were talking to some podcast loser.
I know. Now I got to step up my
I know.
game.
We got to step
You
our game.
guys
No,
thought-
our podcast is doing well though.
Yeah.
We
No,
have
it
a
does.
lot
It
of
seems
listens,
like
but-
it seems like it's doing well.
The T is I actually ended the Patreon because I don't think people wanted to pay for someone because I'm on TV.
Yeah.
I don't think people wanted to join something of someone who's on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started the Patreon, no
That's
one
so
joined.
cool.
It's like,
Really?
why would you give money to someone who's like, looks to them, they think I'm famous, so why would they join something like that?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so cool that you're on TV.
And help you out.
I think that's what's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we should get the Patreon going because I want to make $700.
I know. What's
It is,
going on?
it is nice. I don't really do that much work, and I have like $700 coming in, like it's some kind of government check, from the.
That's great.
It's like it's a little welfare.
Wait, you
check
shouldn't
that
be
comes in.
saying this to the people.
Why?
They're gonna stop paying
No,
you.
because
I know, they're
do
gonna get
I
annoyed.
do a daily show on Patreon. I do a 20-minute show a day on Patreon. So the people
wow.
the people who do listen get a little something.
I did your
You did
Patreon
my
thing
page-
once,
you did my
right?
Patreon.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where's my paycheck for that?
Yeah. Does she get part of the 700 or no?
I could give you I could Venmo you.
Great.
Well, so it's but
no, I'm kidding. All right, what do you
no.
want to talk about?
Well,
what should we talk about?
So I was thinking that we could. Well, first of all, I had a moment with my wife this morning where I guess I kind of do want to talk about like casual misogyny a little bit, right? Because my wife woke up this morning and she was like, I had a dream that you cheated on me when I was pregnant. And then I was like half asleep. Yeah, so I was like half asleep and I was like, but without missing a beat, I was like, I didn't go on the road. She was like, I had a dream you went on the road and cheated on me when I was pregnant. And I was like, I didn't go on the road when you were pregnant. We were in lockdown. And I thought that was I'm like impressed with myself that I was able to think that fast.
A retort.
Yeah, because when you're a married guy, you're always like kind of guilty of something. You know, there's always something. Mm-hmm. There's always something that you did recently that it's going to get you in trouble. So I was in lockdown, and then she was like, well, it was with our second kid, so it's in the future that I'm going on the road and cheating on her. Now I feel like the hacky like guy comic take on that is like, oh yeah, I gotta freaking apologize to my wife for stuff I do, in her dreams. But I'm thinking like, what's the better angle on that? Because does that happen to you guys?
Yeah, I've definitely heard the dream thing already on stage.
You hear it a lot. Yeah, and it's kind of like, the subtext is always like, oh, my wife is so annoying. She's having dreams about me, cheating on her. But I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. There's like a better angle there or a better way to approach that that's not like, because I think it's...
So you're bringing us here to punch up?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's just when you look at the landscape of comedy and how it's changing and how more... Okay.
Yeah.
More. He's watching a beheading video. He's watching an ice.
You just said the words landscape of comedy in front of your screaming child, and I don't think I can do this anymore.
The baby knows you're going to cheat on the road, too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Can I just say something? The idea of like cheating on someone while you're on the road. Do you know what freaks we meet on the road?
Yeah.
It's
I know.
horrifying.
Like really, you're gonna cheat with someone in Appleton, Wisconsin? Like
it's horrifying. And
when you got Sweet Deb over there,
yeah.
And
you gotta cheat in New York City.
In New York, you gotta go to Manhattan and go to the Purple, whatever that rooftop is,
Mr. Purple,
and you don't want to go to
what's Mr. Purple?
Whatever you and Adam's crowd is.
Mr. Purple is like a
too.
trendy rooftop with a pool.
Okay.
$20 cocktails, $20 vodka sodas for
20-year-old girls.
Okay. 20-year-old girls.
Have you guys been there? Have you guys been there?
No,
I have.
I haven't.
Times.
I just heard of it.
Okay.
So that's the other thing is maybe you could talk about how she thinks you'll cheat on her on the road. You'll cheat on her on the road.
But all the girls on the road are ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And your whole crowd is the ugly dudes who want to be in
and that joke will work on the road too, because I'll be like, I mean, have you seen the people in this town?
Yeah,
you could get really crazy and pull someone on stage.
Also,
that's an Andrew Schultz thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like I heard this, and I'm not sure because I've never been pregnant. I know you asked me if I'd had an abortion. Keith Robinson.
Oh no, I didn't ask you. I would never. I would never ask you that. I'm just assuming it's like 2 to 3. Just kidding.
Abortions?
Yeah.
One time you asked me how much I weigh, and then you walked away.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, you're so autistic. Like, what is going on here?
That sounds funny though. So I didn't make you give me the answer.
No, I told you, and then you walked away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
So now I'm like, was I over? Was I under what he thought?
Right. I don't remember doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We often say things we don't remember.
I have another angle
Okay.
because I heard. I'm not sure because I've never been pregnant before.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But you try to stop every conversation. We start getting good.
Don't.
I know.
Okay, so I've never been pregnant before, but I heard
it's just hard not to talk
women
over
are like
women when they're
women.
Yeah.
I know it's hard. It's hard, but you got to listen.
It's hard to listen to us too.
Yeah.
Such grating voices.
Yeah. So I heard that women, when they're pregnant, are like super horny. Is that true? And they like want to have sex all the time, as opposed to like, I feel like normally you're like, my wife never wants to fuck me.
Right.
So it's like, of course I'm not cheating on you when you're pregnant. That's the only time you want to have sex with me. I'm going to cheat on you when you're not pregnant.
Right.
When I'm on the road.
Pregnant bitches be horny.
Yeah. She's
that
never.
True for yours?
Is that true? Did you guys have sex when she was pregnant?
Do you guys? What's your sex life like?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been together.
How many times a week?
We've been maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Maybe 1.5.
As long as it's
At least once a week,
I heard
right?
someone
Is like good.
once a week,
Yeah.
you're good. You're not roommates.
Yeah.
But
Right,
you let it get
right.
to over once a week, and you're toast.
That's
Okay.
why I left my roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you got to go at least like once a week.
I would
Yeah.
at least. I never.
It's like cleaning your dishwasher filter.
Exactly.
You know, you
Yep.
gotta just,
Me and Maddy just got out of relationships.
Mhm.
I always had sex once a week, even if I didn't want to,
My
because
man and I were down to quarterly.
because I was like, no one's gonna say shit about me that I didn't have sex with them at least once a week.
What's quarterly? Like,
You
what,
know.
once a month?
No, like
Quarterly.
4 times a year.
4 times a year. Okay.
It was getting low.
Oh, that's low. Yeah. It's
I
it's
know.
tough. Especially when you
hard.
got this little demon in the background, you know, screaming and
Yeah. I
crying all the
know.
time because he fell over.
Right. Watch
Yeah.
your films, kid.
How do you maintain your sex life when you have a baby?
Well, I think it's tough because if you're a guy and you don't want to, you gotta, you gotta like take a pill or something. You know, you can't just. It's not like you have a hole that something could just slide into. You know, you don't have a hole that you can just spit on and. God damn it!
Oh, you mean like you have problems getting
You
hard?
gotta get hard. You gotta get hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a hard time getting
Not
hard.
not usually, but every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Well, people, I've been talking about this. We've been talking about this a lot, but men are not having an easy time getting hard these days. I feel
why-
bad for you guys.
Yeah, why is that?
I
have a few theories.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are on medication.
Mhm.
I think everyone's drinking a lot, and
Mhm.
drinking affects it like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then my third theory is that during the pandemic, I mean, you had someone during the pandemic, but a lot of these boys didn't,
Mhm.
and they were just watching porn all the
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
And then they see me, and they're like, "Ew," compared
Right.
to a porn star.
Right.
I think that's what's going on. I think everything's compounding, and I'm now surprised if someone can get hard right away.
yeah. I'm
Oh, yeah,
shocked
okay.
if someone can get hard.
You're like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
I'm like,
that
okay, we got a winner. We got a thoroughbred.
That's kind of cool that it's happening to everybody. Can I just go readjust my baby one more time?
Are you on any drugs, antidepressants, or anything?
No. Maybe I should be. I was on.
No, he's Italian. They handle their shit.
We-
Yeah, you guys
that's-
just kiss your
We
mother.
just kiss. We just kiss our mothers and yell at our kids. Oh, I feel so much
You
better.
just have babies you don't have time to take care of, and
Yeah.
just put sauce on them.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Put them in front of the TV.
Oh, I yelled at the baby. I feel so much better now. Did you guys get
Exactly.
hit as kids?
No.
I think Italian.
I did.
Yeah.
I got the shit beat out of me.
You
and
did?
actually, yeah. And
That's
actually, we were
cool.
talking
That's
about
cool,
it on
though.
Thanksgiving. It was traumatic. I think I haven't really locked
Yeah.
into all of
Uh-huh.
it.
You only
but
mentioned it to me recently. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, my mom would like wail on us, but
Yeah.
but I don't really feel super comfortable talking about it
Yeah.
because I don't want people to feel bad for me or
Right, right,
anything.
right, right,
'cause
right.
It's like I'm
Right.
fine.
It's kind of cool when you meet another person that got hit as a kid, you know, and you're like, oh, cool. Like it's like we're from the same town or something, you know?
I know. That's what I think.
Because you tell kids who didn't get hit that you got hit, and they're like, "Oh my god," you know. But you're
I
like,
know.
but you're like, yeah, it's kind of funny. Like my dad hitting me with a belt is kind of funny. Like
yeah.
my
we would joke about it.
yeah, like my stupid wop father having like no self control that he's like taking off his belt and like hitting his kids. with it.
Yeah.
I mean that's funny.
Hitting a kid with a belt is like so extra.
I think
It's
so
extra,
too. What's crazy,
yeah.
my dad never touched it. My dad
Uh-huh.
never would hit us. My mom would go nuts. And me and my sister would come up with like different like theories of how
Did
to
they
get
hit,
less
did,
hurt.
Did they hit
Like,
both of you?
yeah, me definitely more so because I was way worse.
She was a hoe.
I was also very evil and rude
Uh-huh.
to my mom. Well, she was hitting me.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
right,
"Stop,
right,
bitch."
Yeah.
right. You got to earn your
but we
parents. You got to earn your parents' respect. You know.
Yeah, exactly. But me and my sister would do little like fun things. Like one time we tried to put like rolls of toilet paper in our pants.
Mhm.
Oh.
And then she caught on, and we were, that didn't work out well.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And then one time we went on a
You put
trip,
rolls
and
of
my
toilet
mom,
paper in your pants.
like we'd like roll up toilet paper and put them like in our underwear,
Uh-huh.
so then like when we got hit, it wouldn't hurt as
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Wow.
But she
Okay.
figured out pretty quick. It wasn't a great.
Okay.
She was like, why is your ass so thick?
Yeah. She's like, why do you have a fat ass?
Have you girls
But
been
then one
listening to
time we
hip
went-
hop?
What is going on here?
Yeah, we have.
Doing squats.
So one time we went on a trip. We went to Yellowstone, and my mom, before we even got there, got like a switch to like hit us later, like in the like to if we misbehaved, because obviously we
get a
probably
switch
would.
from outside.
Yeah, she got a switch from like a tree, and then me
Did you have
and
to
my
cut it? Did you
sister,
have to cut it?
she would like go get it, and then me and my sister
What's
were
a
like,
switch,
"This
a
is
stick?
genius."
I'm sorry to
Like a stick, yeah.
I've never heard that before.
It's so southern.
Yeah.
Like a stick. And me and my sister were like, oh my God, we're going to be geniuses and we're just going to go like throw it out in the woods and then she won't be able to find it. So we did that. It was great. And then she was like, who took the switch? Blah, blah, blah. Flipped out about that. But then this was the most iconic thing we did. We convinced her to hit us with a phone book because we knew it wouldn't hurt.
Right.
And,
But she
and
thought
then
it
we
hurt
both,
How do you convince someone to hit you with something?
we were like, because she was just like, you girls threw away the stick. Like she was mad at us. And then we were like, no,
God.
you can do the phone book. And
Stuart and his sister
we
put on like suits, and they were like, "Mom, we got a proposition for you." Like they were.
Exactly.
I present to you the phone
Listen,
book.
yeah.
Exactly.
Not only is it thick,
She was
there's
like
many pages.
she was like Jack Lemmon and Glengarry. She's like, "Mom, listen."
Wow, yeah, exactly. But then we did act. I was like Kirby, because I'm an amazing actress. My
Sure.
sister is not really an amazing
She's a
actress.
And her
Yes.
name's Kirby.
She's
That's
a-
funny.
And her name's Kirby.
That's like what I would
exactly.
name,
She's
like,
not a good
my
actress.
dog and my cat. I know
Exactly.
I've told you that. Before.
Kirby and Stewart both are pet names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think your mom thought you were pets
Stewart's
more
a
than
great.
I
cats.
think so, too.
Stewart's a great cat name.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so too.
Yeah.
And Kirby's a cute
Kirby's
little
a
dog
cute-
name.
Yeah, it
my
is.
My neighbors had a Kirby growing up.
Yeah. But we did acting performances when she tried to hit us with the phone book, and that went over really well. We were like, oh, we were like sobbing. And I told my sister, I was like, don't fuck this up for us.
Yeah.
And did she?
No, we did great acting performances.
Good, yeah.
My mom didn't catch on.
Yeah, my dad.
We were like, this hurts.
So what was weird was like, there was 4 of us in our family, and so my dad would hit me and my brother, but then I have a special needs brother, and they didn't hit them. You would think that would be the kid that you do hit, you know?
Because they're not really going to know.
They're not gonna know or like feel it, and they're really. But maybe it's because they're so strong, and they didn't hit.
Yeah, the special needs kid will beat the shit out of you.
They will, they will turn around and kill you.
Right. So maybe they probably knew secretly. It was like it's like bothering a bear, you know. He, like,
Yeah.
comes
Was
near
everyone
him.
super nice to your brother but mean to you guys?
Yeah, they were pretty. Yeah, they were pretty nice. They were. Yeah, I guess my mom was like nice to him. But my dad would my dad would hit us with a belt, and then we would like hide. Sometimes I would hide under the comforter, you know, and I would pretend that it was like I'd pretend that it hurt. That was like that was my move. That's not as funny as yours. That's not as funny as putting toilet paper.
No, that's good. You got to
my
pretend
ass.
that it hurts.
Yeah, you do.
Mhm.
Or else there's no point, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll just hit you harder.
Yeah. But this little guy's not getting hit with a belt.
Yay.
No way.
No, don't. You can't hit kids anymore.
No.
Especially
And
with
it doesn't
a belt.
work.
Yeah.
And you don't want your kid to turn around
I know
and
they
maybe
end up
write a book about
podcasting.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My mom like is in total denial about it, and she like says I'm lying, and I'm like, okay.
My dad is the same way. He'll be like, I don't think I ever really hit you guys. And,
right. They forget.
yeah. What about you?
Parents are so weird.
They're
They
weird.
act like once you get older and you're all just adults, they act like
Like you're stupid.
were
Their
good
childhood, they were
parents.
good parents. It's like, what?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we had a good time in the 90s, didn't we? And you're like, no, you.
My mom's like, you had a great mermaid birthday party. I'm
Yeah.
like, remember when you beat the shit out of me in Yellowstone National Park?
Yeah. How did they?
Well, that's because we have to take care of them in 10 years. So
They know.
They're
They better
trying to
start
save
acting
trying to be
up.
face.
nice.
Yeah.
They're trying to like. They're trying to be.
so that we pay for the nursing home.
Exactly.
This is why I love Quentin Tarantino. You know, Quentin Tarantino
Cut off his mom.
cut off his mom.
That's cool.
Because she told him he was never going to make it.
Yeah.
And he's like, the things you say to kids affect them.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move him to the floor. I'm sorry I have to keep doing
Okay.
this. Let's see if that.
No
Okay.
See if
worries.
that helps. This will all.
Floor
podcast.
time.
Floor time, baby.
All right, there you go. You wanna play with this?
Wow, this is really making me not want to have kids.
I know. This is the best birth control.
It is really like. I mean, I like him, but nobody who doesn't want one of these things should ever have one.
Right.
Yeah, I
You know?
think I have no interest.
Yeah. Well, your career's doing very well, and so is yours.
Yeah, during the so
Mine's not going as well. I kind of want to have kids.
during the pandemic, I was like, I'll have a kid, and then once stuff reopened, I was like, no, I'm not having kids.
No, I'm good. I'll have a kid with a really rich guy, and then we'll get divorced, and then the kid will always go to a nice private school. But that's my only.
Great.
Yeah.
And then you can be like the cool mom, the cool like podcaster.
I'm like the cool mom that like does whatever. Yeah,
cool
yeah. Exactly. That's
podcaster
what
mom
I want to do.
Who's never around. Nice.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I know we have to wrap up in a little bit. Let's. I was thinking today. I was like, what's going on in the news? So I was like, I went on the New York Times website, and all those stories were kind of like, what it's all
Roe versus Wade.
it's all
Who cares?
COVID stuff, like economic stuff that nobody gives a shit about. So I always go to my trusty New York Post. The New York Post is a far.
We use
Love
a New
the
York Post for
Post.
the podcast all the time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love the Post.
Don't even worry.
Yeah, it's great. And my dad and my uncle read it like unironically. They're like, if you ever want a
Yeah.
subscription to the Post, I'll pay for it.
Well, our producer
They think-
Caroline.
I read the Daily Mail unironically.
Our producer Caroline is Italian, just like you. Co-Italians,
Uh-huh.
and she reads the Post because her whole family reads it.
yeah.
Yeah, they.
Also, you don't want to get that liberal agenda of the
You don't.
of
It's
the New York
disgusting.
Times.
Yeah. Yeah, but my dad and my uncle think it's like a great newspaper. So I found a couple stories that we can sort of talk about, riff about. Here's the first one. Lucky author Alice Sebold apologizes to a man wrongly convicted of her rape. Did you
I
guys,
saw
did you guys hear
this.
about this? This lady got
Can you imagine being in jail since the 80s for being wrongly convicted of rape?
I
Yeah.
would be so pissed.
I would get out of jail and rape someone
Me too.
just because
Me too.
to redeem
Yeah, I'd
myself.
be really
Hopefully,
pissed.
he's been writing a book in there because
Yeah.
the deals
Hopefully
are gonna.
he's been raping in prison to make up for the time that he spent.
I'm sure
in
he
jail,
has.
Hopefully he's like the king of the prison yard.
What if he literally has been just getting raped in prison this whole time?
Right.
That would be so sad.
Yeah.
Horrible life.
That's kind of that sucks. That would suck.
yeah, that would definitely suck.
I hope he's doing.
Yeah,
it.
I heard about this. I read this book. I saw the movie
Yeah,
Lovely Bones.
I never read or saw it.
Oh, is that? Oh, she wrote.
Yeah,
the Lovely
she wrote
Bones.
Lovely Bones. But this was when she was in college. She sent someone to jail for no reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it about Lovely Bones?
But Deb brought up the
Did
Lovely
she write
Bones.
the book about?
That's a movie too.
I thought
right?
it was unrelated.
It's but isn't that?
Yeah, they made it a movie.
But that's a movie where a little girl gets murdered.
yeah.
I think her college thing is unrelated to the book.
Oh, she literally sent a guy
Yeah.
to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize this.
She
Okay,
sent
wow.
the guy to jail. Yeah, so she was. Am I allowed to use that word?
What?
Rape. I guess I could say it right when it happens to.
I think
Mike,
it's.
don't
somebody
even.
I think
else.
it's pretty objective.
It's pretty objective.
She said
So-
she was raped in college.
So this guy went to jail for like
But she
16
accused
years.
the wrong guy.
Yeah, this guy went to
Yeah.
jail for like 16 years, and she, like apologized and everything. But it's
So who's the real guy?
they don't know. He's still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably wrote a book. It's James Patterson, who is the.
Yeah. So how'd she get him mixed up?
Well, see, that's what I was thinking because the guy that she put away was black, and so that's
Really?
yeah. So that kind of sucks.
They didn't
'cause she-
mention that in the articles.
Oh, they didn't. No, because that was in
Not
her.
in the ones I
That was
read.
in her statement. She was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry that I sent another. I'm sorry for the fact that your life was unjustly robbed from you, and that no apology can change what happened to you and never will." So she, I guess, misidentified the guy and sent him to jail for 16 years. I usually don't mix up black people. Like I have a pretty good,
neither.
like I kind of pride myself. I have a pretty good sense of like who's who. Like people used to mix
I
up.
feel like white people look more similar.
White people
than
all look the
every other
same. Every
ethnicity.
time I go to a
Yeah.
comedy show, I'm like, I don't know the difference between
Yeah,
Mike, Greg, James,
Yeah.
Dan.
Dan.
Yeah, there's too many of us. But people used to mix up Kevin Barnett and Michael Che a lot, which I always thought was kind of silly because they don't
That's so
really
weird.
look alike at all. They're just
Yeah.
tall black guys. And then I guess
Yeah.
people would mix up Kumail and Hari Kondabolu, which is also
How?
weird. Which is also weird.
They have
because don't
totally
even-
different faces.
Right. So I never really did that, but I did that a couple weeks ago at the stand. I thought I saw this comic Rollo Boykins, and I said, hey Rollo, and the guy goes, no, different black guy, and I felt really
Who
bad.
was it?
I don't remember.
I haven't seen Rollo in a while, so
It's a guy who looks like Rollo. Same kind
Okay.
of. Yeah, I felt really bad. I was like, I went up to the guy. I was like, I'm so sorry. I never do that. And he was like, it's fine. But I was like, because I'm good at knowing who I don't mix up.
Yeah, you should tell him that.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
I was like,
Tell him that. I know all the differences
like,
between all the
spiral into an explanation about how good you are with
Yeah.
people's faces.
with black people's
Yeah.
faces.
yeah, I was like, I don't mix up black people's faces usually, And he was like, don't worry about it, it's fine. So yeah, so that's
I think worse is when
That
you
sucks.
over apologize and you try to. All you have to be is, oh, sorry, dude.
yeah.
When you
Which
start
I-
over apologizing, that's when you
Which-
That's when
look
they know.
insane.
which I think
That's
I
when you
also-
start being white cringy.
which I think I also did.
Right.
Are you gonna issue an apology like this
I
author?
think I was like, can I take you to dinner or something? Yeah. I was like, can I?
You invite him to move in with your
Yeah,
family.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you ever need a place to stay, you want to fuck my wife, why don't you come in here and yeah. So yeah, all right. So that's anything else? Anything else for this story? Really, that sucks for that guy. But like I said, I hope he.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's a nightmare, truly.
Yeah.
And it's also like more fuel for people who are like, see, you can't believe
you
all
can't
women.
just say the women.
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
Yeah. White women been taking a lot of L's lately, huh?
We really do.
No,
we're not.
People don't like white women.
We're not killing it right now.
Yeah.
But that's
They
okay.
hate
Yeah.
us.
It's good. It builds. It hardens us.
It
We're-
hardens us.
We're
And we'll-
callous.
Right.
We'll have our time back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's nice that you've kind of caught up with us. It's nice that white women have sort of caught up with white men.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Um,
it is. We're
Yeah, I feel like
breaking
you guys
across
are back
ceiling.
in a little
Yeah.
We're
bit.
a little back in, but now it's like, but you still have to be one of the good ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What else is going on? What else is in the news? Woman, can you stop? Be quiet.
Belt time.
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
I love how you picked the time for this podcast and you
Well,
picked this
because
time.
Maddy said 2:30, and then I was like, that's good because it was the day before, and then I don't know when my wife is home
Right.
or not. We could have, if we did 1:30, it would have been like perfect. But what
Well,
are you
now
gonna
your
do?
wife is out with Rollo Boykins.
She's out with
so
Rollo Boykins, which
Right.
that'd be funny if that's where she went when she went to work every day. All right.
Wait, what does Deb do again?
She's a speech therapist.
She's a nurse, right? Oh, a speech therapist.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So she works with kids who can't talk.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. What else is going on? Oh, here's a good one. I also did. It was kind of a dark news day. There was that shooting in at the high school.
I know.
I know. I saw that. My coworker went to that high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really.
Being a school shooter is like pretty gay, huh? It's like,
It's just not on my list of things to do.
yeah.
I'm glad. I mean, our generation kind of
Yeah.
like if we were in school now, you would have to be worried about that. But we kind of got out of that.
We definitely
Thank
missed
God.
the school shooting
Yeah.
rage.
Yeah, because Columbine happened when I was in like 6th grade, but that was sort of the only one.
But that
And
was
then
like
there
the
were-
only one for a while.
That was
And
the
there
one
was
for
a
a while.
million documentaries about it.
Mhm.
Now there's too many shootings for documentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad time to be a teenager. That'd be funny if I said that and I got killed like at a Dunkin' Donuts.
Someone just comes
Someone
in.
just comes into the fucking Dunkin' Donuts that I go to 3 times a day and shoots me dead. All right, here's another. Here's a good one. Oh, and then it was the school shooting, and then there was a cop in Tucson like shot a guy like 10 times in a wheelchair.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know if we're gonna make that funny, but here's something we can make funny. Woman charged with murder of NYC man found with "I touch little girls" written on chest. A woman was charged Monday in the murder of an 80-year-old Staten Island man who was found in the hallway of his apartment building with the phrase "I touch little girls" written on his chest. I'm gonna throw to you guys. Why don't you?
Oh, so this is an A24 film.
Yeah, okay, Pete Davidson.
I love this.
Yeah.
So she killed him probably because he touched a little girl.
That's what you would think, but then also like if you want to kill, I feel like if you want to kill somebody, you can just do that and write "I touch little girls" on them, and then you kind of like.
So he had it tattooed on his chest?
No, he had it written in somebody wrote it in Sharpie
Oh,
in
so
lipstick? That would be hot. in
she
lipstick.
wrote it
Yeah.
after she killed him?
after she killed him. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's like kissing Kate Barlow.
Yeah, really.
From
really,
Holes.
really. The same thing.
What happened
yeah.
in that? What happened in that?
She would murder
She would
people
murder guys
and
and
kiss
kiss
them.
them
Oh, okay.
with her
Oh,
lipstick.
so they'd have like
And
lipstick
she'd
on
steal
there.
all their Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kissing
they'd be
Kate
like-
Barlow.
So they'd be like, oh my God, Kissing Kate Barlow got to him.
And it was played
Oh.
by what's her name? Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette.
Uh-huh.
She was pretty hot in that movie
So
actually.
you'd be
Yeah.
dead with like lipstick on your face.
Yeah. It was like old western
That's so
vibes.
That's so and then you can't go to heaven
Why?
Because someone
because
kissed
you're
you.
wearing lipstick. Because you're a man.
Yeah.
It's like against.
Right.
I think that was wow.
It's like
all the times reading
That was her
Holes and I
motive. Kissing
didn't-
Kate Barlow was homophobe.
Yeah.
I never even read that part.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. So I want to know if the guy really did touch little girls.
That's what I'm thinking too.
I hope it was like some like fierce mom.
That's what I'm
being fun.
thinking. Yeah. It said she was busted at one point having the same Tompkins. She lived in the same building as the victim. Yeah. So that's written in Rayner's chest is
Wow,
what
I feel like we're getting back to the era where we just take the justice system in our own hands.
We really are.
Like we should start doing duels and stuff again.
yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Written on Rayner's chest is what appears to be the black marker with the words "I touched little girls." So he's dead. Two other phrases. It says, "Police have not identified a motive in the killing," and she's been quiet. She's been quiet since her arrest.
How do you not
Wow.
identify a motive
when
it's
she wrote
written?
on the chest?
Yeah. And then it said, two other phrases were found scrawled on his body, according to police sources. I take dolls in my room for girls. I take dolls in my room for girls age 1 to 5 on his stomach, and I touch on his right foot.
Did you write? Is that a tag that you just wrote, or is that actual?
No, it's
is that real?
no, it's real. Which is
That's real. I literally thought you were tagging it up. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
thanks. Well,
Wow. So he obviously touched her daughter or something. Why is
He
she
must
being
have.
quiet? She needs to be
he
like,
must have.
Yeah, there's specifics written on him.
maybe her lawyer is like, let's figure out how to play
Right.
this because we might get an HBO movie out of this,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
or a show.
Right. So yeah. So hopefully, these stories are kind of good when you hear about
Yeah, well, I'm
pedophiles
just-
getting theirs.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you always think about, it's like, why would someone kill someone? But it's like, really, there is a book deal in there,
Mhm.
if you think about it.
There really is. I mean, look at Chicago, the movie.
Chicago, great film.
Great film.
Who
Oh,
says
right.
that murder is
Show.
not an art?
Yeah.
Right. Was that guy wasn't a pedophile though in the beginning?
No, but they
No,
probably
but-
could have spun
They
one of
could've
them
spun.
to be
Yeah.
in the Selbach Tango.
in the.
I
oh,
come
yes,
home
so
and
yes,
he's
so yes, they
touching-
both know, yes, they both know,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, no, in Chicago, what had happened was he told her he was going to get her an agent
Right.
and a show,
Right,
and he
right.
didn't fucking do it, which is a very fair reason to kill a man.
Yeah.
Very fair.
Yeah. I think so.
And she just wanted to be a star, and she became a star
Yeah.
after murdering.
Right.
But when she got out,
God,
no, they
shut
ended up doing the duo act.
I'm gonna bring him up on the.
yeah,
there
they-
was that scene where she was like a nobody for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that
doesn't
was
care.
sad.
Mike's not cultured enough for this conversation.
No, I've
we're
seen.
talking about the
I've
theater,
seen-
darling.
I've seen Chicago. All right, cool. Well, let's wrap this up. Why don't we get your favorite musicals, and then we'll wrap this up. Do you guys have any?
Quick plug.
That's a great question.
Because you have
well,
you
know
have like a
Stephen
musical
Sondheim-
theater background, right?
I do.
Yeah. Do you, Maddy?
Stephen Sondheim just died,
I was in theater in high school, but she majored in musical theater.
but
Okay.
we love theater.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
love to sing Rent.
Rent, always good.
And Maddie has a great voice.
Anything goes is fun.
Anything goes is
Oh,
fun.
we did that my freshman
Sondheim
year.
just-
That was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Sondheim just died. I don't know
Yeah.
if you know about that.
Yeah, he went to heaven.
but that's a he definitely went to heaven. That's a tragic loss for the theater community. He was like the best.
yeah.
You know, actually, there's a lot of rumors that he would, because he sort of had a sex dungeon, which is true. And there's a lot of rumors that he would have guys lay under a glass table and have guys like shit on it.
Oh, really?
And he would watch it. Yeah, that's like a known gay
Wow.
rumor around New York City.
Uh-huh.
But that's just a little
That's
tidbit
how
for
he
your
wrote
pod.
Into the
Rest
Woods.
in power. Rest in
Rest
power.
in power, exactly. But I guess since he just died
That's
and
kind
you're
of like a
asking favorite
harmless
musicals,
fetish, though, isn't it? I don't think it's.
I think it's harmless.
Yeah,
You're
no
not getting
one's
shit on
really-
your face.
Unless
Not
you get
gonna
that
get on your face.
bacteria in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bacteria involved. I'll have to say Sweeney Todd or a Little Night Music just to honor him. But other than that, I love Little Shop of Horrors, Hairspray.
That's really funny. Whoever built that glass table was like, "Wait, you want a 7-foot tall glass table, but you're not going to be able to eat dinner at it."
Right? No, I think he would lay down like under
he
like a
would
little
lay
glass
down.
coffee table,
Okay.
and then they would like.
I imagine him like
yeah.
sitting in a chair and looking up at the glass table.
Oh, okay. So you have a nicer view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Wow.
the table.
I think it was laying
You
down.
should be the architect.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should design.
No, it was a known thing though. There were like jokes on 30 Rock about Stephen Sondheim's sex dungeon.
really?
Wow.
Yeah.
But that means that somebody like leaked that. I mean, that's kind of. I don't like that. I don't like snitches.
The gays be leaking.
Yeah.
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 Especially if it happens that much.
Mhm.
Like, shit's just going to get out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone tells one person, and then
Yeah.
Right.
the rest is history.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah, that's not that. I mean, you think of all the embarrassing like sex scandals that could happen. That one's not that bad.
To me, that's just like the gays.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad. I do think the shitting is a little gross. Like
Uh-huh.
peeing is at least like sterile.
Right. And would he do it like in his house or
In the he had a sex
a
dungeon.
sex dungeon? Okay, because I guess you don't need a special table. You could just get that at IKEA, like a.
I think so.
Yeah,
Just a
crate and
regular
barrel.
glass.
Yeah.
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 What are your other favorite musicals?
We like Rent.
Yeah, Rent,
Okay.
Wicked, always fun.
Okay.
Wicked's a great one.
Okay.
Little Shop of
Hairspray,
Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Last 5 years.
Oh, the last 5 years is a
always
great
fun.
one.
Yeah,
Grease is amazing.
Mhm.
always.
They're about to do. I do love Annie,
Annie's fun.
and they're about to do live Annie on NBC.
Did you guys see
that'll be
Did
good.
you guys see the In the Heights movie?
Yeah.
we hated.
Oh, you
so
hated
bad.
it.
I love the musical, but the
Uh-huh.
movie I thought was embarrassing,
What did you hate? Yeah, I thought it was really cheesy, but I did enjoy.
cheesy.
I mean, it was really cheesy, but I was like, this is so cheesy, but it's also really good. I don't know. It got me. But you didn't
Yeah.
like the movie.
Oh, did you hear that guy? The main guy just got caught cheating on TikTok.
No, Lynn.
Speaking of your dreams.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah,
The
so
guy.
no, not Lin-Manuel. So
The main.
Lin-Manuel
Oh,
wrote
okay.
Anthony
Anthony Ramos
wrote In the Heights, and then Anthony Ramos was the original Sonny, like
Yeah.
the young kid
Yeah.
in the Heights.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when Lin-Manuel wrote Hamilton, he cast Anthony Ramos as
Yeah.
Philip and a few other characters.
Right.
And then this girl Jasmine Cephas Jones, who's like this like gorgeous singer actress, as another role.
Mhm.
And on day one of like the Hamilton cast reading, they fell in love. It was Anthony Ramos and Jasmine Cephas Jones. They were like the perfect couple. They were like gorgeous.
Mhm.
They were killing it. And they were supposed to get married this year. And then I guess last weekend, a stripper on TikTok said that Anthony Ramos came into the strip club with a white girl,
Uh-huh.
was making out with her, was all over her, posted the video on TikTok, and now they're separated.
Wow.
Oh.
Strip club is like off limits in my opinion.
I think so. You
If
can
my
be-
man did
that's
that, I'd be
probably why
like,
he-
whatever, you're
that's
drunk.
probably why he took her there.
Right.
Yeah.
But the strippers are filming.
Yeah.
So men out there, if you're
To
just
me,
beware.
that's breaking code, in my humble opinion.
I think so too. You should not be allowed to film in the strip club.
Yeah.
But I guess it was the stripper filming it.
But the
so.
But
strippers
she
shouldn't
filmed
be sharing that info
I agree.
anyway.
The strip club should be a safe
It's a sacred place.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, that'd be bad
I agree.
if video footage of me at a strip club gets leaked. I'm just wearing a button that says mayor on it, like
Yeah.
I'm dressed as a fireman or something.
Yeah, I feel like strip club. That's the thing though. It's like you can cheat on people. You just when you're that famous, once you get caught, it's like you disrespected me. That's what happened with J-Lo and A-Rod. It's
Yeah.
like it was all fine until he got. You
You
can't
made
get
me look like a
caught.
fucking
you made me
idiot.
look like an idiot.
and you have all the resources in the world to cheat on me without getting caught.
exactly.
Yeah.
Your publicist should have paid the girl.
Agreed.
I've been watching
Agreed.
Entourage.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
If you have a good publicist,
Yeah.
none of this will ever come out.
Yeah.
Anyway, we do
This
have to
is
go.
good, and you guys have to go. All right. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna edit this, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna sound good.
I can't
Um,
wait.
I had a
Edit
great
the baby
time.
crying in
I'll
more.
put more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put more of the baby crying. Thanks so much for being here, and guys, check out That Time of the Week with Maddy Smith and Stewart Fullerton and Aislinn. What's her last name?
Salzano.
Ashlyn
A-
Salzano
Ashlyn-
Yes.
and
fuck.
Caroline Mazzy.
Yes.
Aislinn Salzano and Caroline Mazzy.
Thanks,
Real,
Mike.
Ashlyn. All right, thanks.
All right,
Mike.
thanks.
We'll
Mike.
send you
Okay.
the audio.
All right, bye guys.
Bye, the baby receipt.
Bye.